Money Bank Field. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. play action. It's Herbert. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
ETN once more.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 9 touchdowns for the rookie of the regular season, and he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Herbert. Allen's got it, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Herbert now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Herbert on first down now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Eckler.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flushed out right. Caught by Allen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 8.
Chargers 14, Jaguars 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
from the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Second and 10.
Herbert off of play action. Buying time to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the option, here's Etienne. Gets around him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On the ball. Rock it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His pass caught at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Lawrence.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Got it. Look at me. Go. Check.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and run it here. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They throw it out right complete. And some room to maneuver.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is a counter play. Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Hey, Eckler! Hey, box up!
Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.